another episode 3 of my season. It's going to be another good game. Friday, May 13th. Friday the 13th. But yeah. So today we got Sox and Astros. Clay Buchholz. Let's get this game going. Subscribe my channel. It really means a lot. Follow me on Twitter at AODZ_. We played all tournament. No quick counts. Check my plays, because sometimes in real life Red Sox got a long schedule. Their next day off is not until the 19th of this month, so they got like a lot of games to do. So yeah. Alright, let's get started right now.
Friday night baseball now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight, game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the American League's Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox.
Wow,
it's baseball
crazy
on the show, and it's coming up next. Clay Buchholz gets the ball for the Red Sox in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, good thing for him that he's pitching at home. ERA has been great when he's toiling in his own ballpark.
I actually updated my difficulty to the All-Star.
Carlos Gomez heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, Carlos Gomez.
And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out. With that, we give you a look at A.J. Hinch's Astros lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, I can't wait to see Colby Rasmussen that hair play. Well, he hasn't been missing much lately. Hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
They're doing well. They're doing really well. Especially, David Ortiz, farewell.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
Pop-up foul.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Buchholz gets the sign, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. And with that, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Pablo Sandoval is one of the most surprising players for what he can do defensively. He doesn't have the speed or quickness to cover much ground, but he makes up for it with cat-like reflexes, situational awareness, and a very, very strong arm.
Squared that one up just a little late.
A little late foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Throw on to Ortiz, and that'll retire the side. So they're set down 1, 2, 3 in the first by Clay. Lance McCullers is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he's had a number of starts. Finally won his first game in his last outing. He'll be looking to add to that total here.
Mookie Betts comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Mookie Betts.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Gomez waits on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Catch. 1 out.
Now a chance here from Fenway to take a look at John Farrell's starting lineup card. Who are you focused on, EK?
You know, I'm really excited to have the chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. Now, he's been producing like an MVP candidate lately, driving in over 15 runs in the last 10 ball games.
High in the air out to center field. Gomez is there.
Another pop-up.
And he makes the catch for the second out.
Quick 2 outs.
With a moment now, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
MVP Baseball 2005 on the PS2. That's when I started the Jeff Bradley.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Springer, still ranging back. And that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run.
After a quick 2 outs.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 43 on the year for him. As the Red Sox get the game's first run, it's 1-0.
Oh, what a good effort out there in right field. Remember, we saw Torrey Hunter have some problems with that wall in the postseason, but this ball's far enough into the bullpen that he had no shot at pulling this thing in.
David Ortiz will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month as you see him there. And this is taken for a strike by the 40-year-old veteran. No balls and a strike. Eric Karros, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, and they dropped the opener of the series and of the road trip last time out. I thought they came out a little flat, but still plenty of time to turn that around, though.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Correa takes it in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
1-0.
I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More in a moment. George Springer will stand in now, just a few ticks shy of the 300 mark for the season.
Well, he's been having a pretty good year, but he's been slumping just a little bit at the plate recently. We got to see if he's going to pick it up in this game.
I don't know what kind of swing.
Buchholz has his target 0-1 on its way. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And a base hit here to open up the second. Evan Gattis will stand in, and as you can see, the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. And there's a fastball from Buchholz as he gets ahead 0-1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
Can be a home run.
It's looking up. Gone!
Yes, it is. Houston Astros takes a 2-1 lead.
So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Astros take the lead. It's 2-1.
This is a situation where you wonder how much of his concentration is on first base and how much of it is on home plate. Because if you're not 100% locked in on the guy at the plate, folks will make you pay at this level.
Into the seats, 0-1.
After a base hit single, and then right after that,
the windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Right side and right into the shift. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting 7th, third baseman.
Into the box, Luis Valbuena. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
So you go for this 2-seam fastball for Clay Buchholz.
Scorched to third.
Ooh.
And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
What a great hit. And another base hit.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out yes. This is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to...
And he'll lay out to make
nice
a spectacular catch. Wow.
And he knows out there that he's got a pitcher in trouble right now, so he's going to do anything he can do to help him out. And this is a huge boost right here as he dives and makes an outstanding catch.
Marwin Gonzalez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. A runner on first with 2 away. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Looked to me like he gave up on that pitch pretty early, but it had a lot of cut to it, and it just about made it back to the outside corner.
Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double. And maybe a tough break as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this ought to plate a couple as this ball's down for extra bases. And the run is in to score from second. And it's a 4-1 game.
4-1 game. Astros
stepping in.
Looks like they're turning up after their last night. Devastating loss to the Sox.
They sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
This is going to be a home run.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning.
Astros takes 4-1.
Pablo Sandoval will stand in, right on the heels of a 4-for-5 ball game a night ago.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Hit out towards second.
And the first
throw on to first in time, 1 away.
One hit. Start with the first out.
Xander Bogaerts will dig in now. And as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race. Currently second entering play.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. And there is the AL batting race entering play. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Bogaerts will head for second. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double. Travis Shaw will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
1 man on second, 1 out.
Line toward right center.
Line toward right center.
And this is run down out there in right center as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in for the first time, currently 3rd in the league in RBIs.
Yeah, and you guys know he's definitely been one of the best run producers in the sport over the last several weeks. I'm sure his guys are hoping that he can keep it up all the way into the fall.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Back goes Rasmus, and goodbye.
And
this
Jackie
one ain't
Bradley
coming back.
Jr. with the home run.
So a 2-run shot to left center, number 36 on the year for him, as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Sox down by 1. 2-1 home run by Jackie Bradley Jr.
One of the keys for him getting the victory in his last start, he did not allow a home run in that outing. But this is now 2 home runs he served up here in the first few innings. You bet there's a bit of concern over there in that dugout.
Rusney Castillo will stride in now, and as you can see, he's currently 6th in the American League in home runs.
And also near the top in runs scored, so he's a major part of their offense.
In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired.
So
the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. We've played 2.
Top of the 3rd inning.
Carlos Correa is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
Carlos Correa.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in and see if they can't get you some more.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Buchholz is ready. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
Not by much. It's now 2-2.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. If he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on. Right on the inside corner. That's a tough, tough pitch.
Have another hit.
George Springer comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Evan Gattis will try things again. He hit that 2-run homer his first time.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. Now here's a screwball that misses, and that'll even the count at 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And that misses 2-2. 1 out and a runner on second base.
2-2.
Ball 3. 3-2 now.
I don't know what's going on with Clay Buchholz. He looks like trying to give up.
And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
On base, only 1 out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colby Rasmus. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And that's in there for strike 1.
Top of the
good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
It's now 2-2.
A good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And now on 2-2, I don't think he'll be nibbling any longer. He's got to come in.
And oh, man, missed that diving catch.
And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
And it's now bases are loaded.
Luis Valbuena
only
has
first
a great
out.
Opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
No, this is not the way you want to start.
Blew it right by him at 96. Hits a ball and a strike.
And when he's in a jam, he's going to reach back for a little something extra on that fastball. Boy, that's nice to have in reserve.
Throw over to the bag. Back in standing. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Driven to right field.
And driven. It could be.
Castillo going back.
And that's a grand slam.
It's a grand slam.
A grand slam. That is now 8-3.
So he promptly unloads the bases with that one.
The bases
home
with
run number 5 on the year as they open it up to 8-3. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 9.
Striding into the box, Marwin Gonzalez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this
year.
year.
His first Buckles gave up a hit after they gave up a walk. Now, a grand slam.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
Ripped on the ground to first. Ortiz is up with it, and Ortiz will just take this one over to first by himself, and the inning is over. But the damage...
The inning is over.
Leading off the inning, Mookie Betts, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It seems like the Houston Astros could break the Red Sox streak.
And he can run.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Oh, look at Valbuena.
And what a dive, and this is a first out.
That was awesome.
Designated hitter.
Hanley Ramirez. Center plate now. Flied out in his first at bat.
0-for-1.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Line drive to left. Rasmus is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Into the box now,
get a second
Bradley. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And it was a breaking ball that he hit out. He just sat on it.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
After Best with now 0-2.
Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. So we'll see if he can stay hot to the dog days of summer and even move up on that list. Having a great year regardless, though.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1.
Pitch out, ball 1.
2 out with the man at first.
Just in case he's checking if Bradley trying to steal a base.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make back to the top of the order now. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. Buchholz into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Drilled to the left side.
And another base hit. Start the inning with another base hit.
Kick off the inning.
Kick off the inning.
Luis Feliz will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. High and deep to left center field.
High and
Ranging
deep.
back is Bradley at the track.
This
See you
is
later.
a home
Over the wall,
run.
home run.
They now extended. Wow. It's now 10-3.
It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
This is a
you're
wow.
Right, Matt. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992
It looks like John Farrell's going to have to call out.
Exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. You know, hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room.
Good cut fastball in there, 1-1. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Swing and a line drive, but this will be foul. No outs, nobody on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Screwball, but he lays off, and now the count evens at 2-2. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Got him.
It's now strike 3 and start out with the
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a 2-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. He's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
George Springer is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
You know, pitching coaches preach throwing first pitch strikes, and he's done that around 70% of the time today. So that's one of the reasons he's not doing well.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the 2nd out.
2 outs.
Evan Gattis steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Strikes.
Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Chop foul.
1-2. Here it comes. Lifted in the air to center field.
Lifted in the air.
Betts has it in his
That'll
tracks.
Be a pop up.
Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Pablo Sandoval will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly.
There's a swing and a drive.
The Panda hits it with a home run, but it's going to still take a lot of work if they want to make a comeback.
A solo shot here for Pablo Sandoval. 41st home run of the year for him, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is
it
came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Now that ball
Can
is
it be another one? A back-to-back?
He leaps,
oh,
but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases.
Bergen will
and
take
he's 2
a
for
second
2
base
as he's in there with a double.
Hit.
I tell you, this guy's had a great series so far, and we haven't even hit the weekend yet. He's on base yet again as he drives this one out to the wall for a double.
Now let's see if Travis Shaw could do his other side of the job.
He's set. Here it comes. Travis Shaw will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. For Bogaerts, he gets credited with double number 24 on the year. Hit hard on the ground towards second.
It's ground out, but at least Bogart moves up to 3rd base. With only a 1 out.
Now to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Now to the plate, Jackie Bradley. 1 for 1, 2-run home run. Let's see if
so we'll see how they work
be a second one.
You can throw him more fastballs, but you better not put it in that location.
Blocked it pretty well
and
out to deep center field.
Looks like deep center field.
Gomez,
and bounce off the wall. And the Sox will make another score
from third. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound.
It looks like the pitching coach is going to talk to his pitcher, give him advice on what they're going to do, what they have to do with only one out.
Rusney Castillo stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't...
And Rusney Castillo with a two-run run.
You can't forget about it. This ball is gone.
David.
A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Run number 37 on the year. And just like that, it's down to a 3-run ball game.
2-run home run by Castillo. Man, oh man.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Sox was down, but then first center ball with a solo home run, and then Xander Bogaerts with a double.
For the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
Let's see Mookie Betts because it's waked up.
But it's not
he tried not to go hitless.
He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And now, even with 4 runs in against you here in the inning, you got to just wipe the slate clean and just take the approach that you're starting over.
That will be an 0 for 3.
Gets him 2 down.
With the 2 down, 2 outs.
Up next for the Red Sox,
Hanley Ramirez will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 4 runs here in this half inning. Hit hard up the middle.
And
the
looks
inning
like
will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
A 2-out hit.
And as you see right there, this streak will continue
Jeff
as he inches forward up the all-time list.
I cannot imagine feeling that good at the plate as he has. I've never had a streak anything close to approaching that.
First delivery to him on the way. And they pitch out, but no movement from Ramirez. 7 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his 2nd of the game, as it's now a 1-run ball game.
Jeff Bradley saves the day once again.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight.
Pitcher.
So he'll make his way to the dugout here as they'll turn things over to the bullpen from here on out. Scott Feldman is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. David Ortiz will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And he lays off there 1-0. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Turned on down the line.
And it turns out to be a foul.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. To right field.
Big Poppy, and it's a tied up ball game.
Way back-to-back home runs.
A back-to-back home run, indeed.
A solo home run for David Ortiz. Home run number 42 on the season, and we are tied again.
My goodness, it's not too often that you're going to see an outburst like this. That's 4 home runs in this inning alone. I don't know if the wind's picked up or everything's out over the middle of the plate, but baseballs are flying all over this place.
Coming to the plate again, Pablo Sandoval, as he'll bat for the 2nd time in the inning. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch.
The lead.
He swings,
and yes, they do. They take a 1-point lead.
No doubt about this one, and they've done it again.
How about that?
Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd home run of the game, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
Well, coming into this game, we knew they had a good 3, 4, 5 section of their lineup. But gosh, they look like the 27 Yankees right here. Now that's back-to-back home runs right here in this inning. Give me a bat.
It's only in the 4th
inning. Here's Xander Bogaerts now.
This is a game right there.
Down the 3rd baseline. Valbuena with the slide. He's up with it. The throw.
Looks like
he's out.
Whew, no problem.
But not before they claim the lead here as they bat around and hang an. Colby Rasmus will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or 2 on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
As 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 5th inning.
Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Pop up fly.
And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Now batting.
Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game, and boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. Luis Valbuena is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Taken high and deep to right. Castillo looks up.
What's up?
And this one is gone. A home run.
Looks like a tie game once again.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game. And just like that, this ball game is all tied. Tommy Lane is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Decided to call up Tommy Lane. He
standing in now, Freddie Davenport.
It's 11-11.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1.
Inning. This is still a ball game.
Called strike at the knees, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home run.
A back-to-back home run.
Solo shot to right center, and they've taken a 1-run lead. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Right.
plenty of home runs to go around so far as you see the elevated totals there. Screwball in there, and the count evens up at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Spoil that away. It's a foul.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck. And, you know, they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
And he takes ball four. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, it's top of the order.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. And he gets ahead with a screwball that's in there for strike one. Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. Hard hit ball to second.
A hard hit ball is another base hit.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Let's see if the Sox could just
comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0
and try to at least turn to a double play.
Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get two. One there on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Outs, but is a safe, and now another man.
Carlos Correa digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th. And he looks at the screwball that's over for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Can't get him to go after the Scrooge with 2 strikes, so it's 1-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Castillo's after it.
And
they'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. George Springer will stand in now with 3 home in the inning already, and 2 more ducks out there at second and third.
And a chance to really put up a crooked number here with just a simple base hit.
This is.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
They say to Red Sox, they're not giving up. We gonna end your streak.
Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. Travis Shaw will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Drilled to the right side.
And drilled.
Diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Jackie Bradley Jr. steps in, and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Feldman pauses. Here's the delivery. Now a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Oh, double play ball to second.
Can it be a double play?
6-3, but it's not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a liner, but foul. 0-1, here it comes. Curveball there. This one touching 77 miles an hour. 2 strikes.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Hit on the ground to third. Valbuena fields it cleanly. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
And Castillo.
Mookie Betts will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Mookie Betts trying to find a hit in the 5th inning.
From the stretch. belted high and deep into right center. Gomez ranging back to the track. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run
by Mookie Betts.
So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 34 home runs now on the year. As incredibly, we are all tied.
Boy, this would have been one heck of a play
once
out there in
again,
center field.
it's a tied up.
You can see him tracking this ball. He's got it in his sights all the way. And he's not going to miss this by much. He nearly brought it back into the yard.
The batter.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. 2 out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Here it comes on 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Springer has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2. Evan Gattis will stand in to lead things off here, and can you believe it? A tie ball game again.
Once again, tie ball game, top of the 6th inning.
And I've got a feeling we got some more
still
to come.
everybody ball game.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
1 strike.
Now here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground.
Chopper on the ground.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting,
Colby Rasmus gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Line toward the alley and left center. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
By Jackie Bradley Jr.
I'll tell you what,
Look
my
at
man
that.
gets some altitude on this dive. Go ahead and stop it right about there. Look how high he is. That's what you call selling out.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
So 0-2 now.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center. That's in. And he is just on a tear. That makes him 4 for 4.
On a tear, 4 for 4. Perfect hit.
now batting.
Freddie Davenport comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
Yeah, when you throw a pitch like that down in the zone and the guy still takes you deep, you just got to tip your cap to him. I mean, all he really did is just drop the bat head right through the hitting zone and crush that pitch.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And you got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Astros leave one, and this ball game remains tied. Tony Sipp will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
And Tony Sipp will take over.
Jeff Bradley will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his 2nd home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there.
A switch hitter.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Gomez moves over.
Pop up. Looks like his hitting streak
and he hauls it in
comes
for
to
the
the
first
end.
out of the inning.
First baseman number 34.
So one gone in the inning now as that brings in the dangerous David Ortiz.
1 for 3.
First offering on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Oh, he goes up the ladder on the fastball and
Ladder
pops this
with
one
the
up.
big
Correa
pop-up.
will wait on it, and he's got it for out number 2.
Now batting the third baseman.
So 2 are down in the inning, and we'll get a chance to see the free-swinging Pablo Sandoval. Now Sandoval.
And the Panda line drive, a home run, and the Red Sox once again take a lead.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field.
Right there.
His 3rd home run of the ball game, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
What they got to do, try to extend. It's only 2 outs. Only 2 outs.
Boy, have a night. His 3rd home run of the ball game. I mean, he's absolutely brimming with confidence at the plate. It's been a joy to watch so far.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll swing here and lift the fly ball out to right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So just the 1 hit in the inning, but it's a home. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play.
Second baseman, Marwin Gonzalez.
Marwin Gonzalez is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
1-2.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Right 3.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a 1-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Gomez.
Settling in now, Carlos Gomez. He singled his last time up. And he gets ahead with a screwball that's in there for strike 1.
Screwball, strike 1.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And no call on the screwball there, so the count moves to 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch. That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Luis Feliz will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Swing and a liner. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Ortiz will range over to make the catch just beyond the first base dugout, and Neil Kotz will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Now. Take over in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Off a single in his last at-bat.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
And now Travis Shaw at the plate.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gomez has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Out.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on.
Even though it's still a close game, they're up by 1.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
Swing, line, drive for Jackie Bradley Jr.
with wheels headed for second.
And
he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, these guys know the deal from an offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Stepping in now, Rusney Castillo. hit high and deep out there to left center field. Gomez going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall.
That'll be
very
a
important
15
score from second.
And in a game like this, there's no telling how important an insurance run that may turn out to be. He plates that run on the RBI double to make it a 2-run lead now, which may not sound like that much, but it makes a world of difference for anyone who's coming in to try to close this game.
High in the air, carrying Rell out to deep center. Gomez racing back.
Down off the wall.
But he can't make the play. It's off the wall. Around third and being waved on home.
And another run for the Red Sox.
Scores from second.
I tell you, I bet you that guy's thinking the same thing I am. That ball looked like it was destined to be a flyout off the bat, but it winds up making it all the way off the wall out there. By the time he's able to regroup, it's too late to prevent this from becoming an RBI.
Now Will Harris comes out.
We'll get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs and send this one along into the 8th.
It's now 16-13.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. Pulls this one in the air out to
left. This one
Rasmus is under it.
He gets there to make the catch, but this coming home, and it's now 17 to 13.
Score on the sacrifice fly. Jeff Bradley stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
By Jeff Bradley.
Made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
And now a curveball as he's got a lead out of the way. That one nearly got him.
That almost got him.
He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center.
Left the other way.
Rasmus. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and no one left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Red Sox lead it 17-13. Carlos Correa stands in as he looks at a called strike. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, high.
And a blasted
that is a
home
moonshot,
run,
folks. A long home run. A solo shot here to left. 6th home run on the season for him. And just like that, it's down to a 3-run ball game.
Up next for the
Here's George Springer.
Right fielder, George.
As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And the screwball is in there, so he falls into a quick hole, 0-2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. Evan Gattis steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Now a ball hit sharply toward third.
Ball hit sharply by
and
Evan
he's got
Gattis.
himself a base hit.
Got himself a base hit with only 1 out.
Up next for the
Colby Rasmus steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Good bag for 1. The tag, and he's out at second. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. So 1 run
the middle
on
of
2 hits,
we got
including
Ortiz,
the home run,
Sandoval,
no errors,
and Bogart next.
David Ortiz gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. High and deep to center field. Gomez ranging back.
And that's it's a home run touch or more by Big Papi.
A solo home run for David Ortiz. His 2nd home run of the game as they open up a 4-run lead. Pablo Sandoval comes to the plate looking to do something only a handful of players have ever done. Hit 4 home runs in a single game.
And this is exciting, and I wouldn't doubt him at all.
And curveball,
seeing the ball really well
strike
right now.
one.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Here's another one that's
drilled.
Another one. This one to left, but that'll hit off the wall in left center.
Hit off the wall.
And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
This guy's had such a good year at the plate. Driving in runs, hitting the ball out of the ballpark. You kind of expect a ball like this to clear the wall, but instead it's going to be off the wall. And he just cruises into second with another double on the season.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. Springer is there, one away.
Looks like he's going to tag up.
And he is in there.
So far,
digging in
Red Sox were a bit down, but then they find a way to just climb right back up. Travis Shaw.
A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. One out and a runner on third. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
It's now 0-2. My reading for the pitcher with another throw, a cut fastball.
A pause and the 0-2. And now a pitch lined into right field. He comes through. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third.
And that's 19 runs they've put up so far. And the way they're swinging the bats, there's no end in sight.
Pat Neshek will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Grounded to the right. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Just late.
He misses.
If that was anybody else running down the line, he'd have
had him. He misses it, and that is a safe right there. Now we got 2 men on base.
He reaches here with another hit in the inning, and this one's just an infield single.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit toward the hole.
And it's now a base loaded. Or not.
Into left, a base hit. The throw home.
And he's safe.
As the run scores.
It's now a 20-14.
Mookie Betts is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the
Incredible.
In the air out to left.
Under it out to right.
Fielder, and that's the second out of the inning.
It's now second out.
Second, he'll head back there with 2 away now. Hanley Ramirez stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning. He'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better.
2 men on base.
Chopped weakly to the left.
Chopped weakly.
Valbuena's got to get rid of it. Throw is
and
in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left up.
Make a comeback.
Welcome back to baseball on the show from Beantown, Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Luis Valbuena, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Perfect. 4 for 4. This is to make it for 5 for 5.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
First pitch, ball 1.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there, 1-1.
Here's a guy that understands. All about getting on base at this point, so good idea there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The crowd is standing up on
Ready
their
on
feet.
1 and 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
It's now 2 and 2.
Ring him up on
and
the
it's
screwball.
strike
That's the
3.
first down of the inning.
1 down, 2 to go.
Now batting.
Freddie Davenport is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. Nothing in 1.
A strike 1.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1 and
1
1.
and 1.
He's working into his 5th inning out of the bullpen, so he's likely well beyond what was expected of him.
And look out, it just runs up and spins him out of the way.
And even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Here's the pitch on 2 and 2. Screwball.
It's now
Tough pitch
full
to lay
count.
off of with 2
He's
strikes,
not
but
trying
he's
to
worked it
give
full
up
3
another
and 2.
ball. He's not. He's trying not to.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Foul.
Now a swing and a fly ball.
And
Castillo
swing and a fly
on
ball.
the move, but this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Not a home run. It's a foul.
And he can only
Strike
battle for
3.
so long as he's finally
2 down,
set down
1 to
here
go.
after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, there's the true definition of a
The
power
Astros
arm
down
out
with
of
the
the bullpen. He
last
just
and
reared back and
final
said, "Go
player.
ahead, try to hit it." And he blew that four-seamer right by the guy.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been more than a strike anyway. It's nothing
I don't
in
know
1.
what he was doing. He thought that it was going to be a ball.
Swing and a line drive.
Swinging a line.
But this is going to get foul. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Swing and a little tapper.
Swing.
That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Stays alive.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Can't get him to
No,
go after
it's
the
a ball.
Scrooge with 2 strikes, so it's 1 and 2 now.
Well, you know, when you're
1 and
behind
2.
in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the
And
ball.
Gonzalez with a
And that's
base
in for
hit.
his second hit
Trying
of the
to stay
afternoon.
alive. Still 2 outs. Now it's time to bring up the next batter.
Carlos Gomez
Who's
stands in.
3
Was
for
locked
5.
up on
Double,
strike
2
3 in
singles.
his last trip.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
And he looks at the screwball that's over for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2.
Man.
A runner on first with 2 away. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
0-2, it's a foul. Whoa.
Here's the 0-2. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
Trying to put it away. And it's a wild pitch. Gonzalez moves up
and
to
a
now
bad time
second.
for that as the runner takes second here.
That is a wild pitch.
Just hung in there on that one.
Still foul.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning.
20. This is phenomenal.
And another foul ball.
And another foul.
Close, but it's not over
and
yet.
Now
That's ball 2.
2-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out.
Looks like Lane's getting tired.
Anthony Varvaro will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Grounded up the
and
first
it's still
baseline.
A foul.
But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off
and
pitches like
that should be it,
now he's
folks.
worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
And he'll put this one away, and the Red Sox will add one more to their winning streak. This ball game is over.
And I, for one, thought this game would never end. I mean, I've seen basketball games that were lower scoring than this. But you know what? Give these guys credit. They were able to finally get the job done.
Plenty of offense here in this one as we give you one final look at the line score. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Pablo Sandoval. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck, let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
Presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Subscribe my channel, support my channel. There's going to be more Red Sox game coming your way. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at AyoDZ_.